Hello fellow YouTubers, this is YouTube Moses here to give you my 9th DVD and Blu-ray update. So let's begin. First one I got is The Abominable Dr. Fives, starring Vincent Price as Dr. Fives, an organist, doctor, scientist, and biblical teacher, which he seeks revenge on 9 doctors who are responsible for the death of his wife. Now, this movie was released back in 1971, and this was probably the inspiration for the Saw series. And I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard a lot of great things about this on the series of videos called Cinemassacre's Monster Madness, which are made by James Wolfe, and he normally does it every 2 years during the month of October. And I found this at a pawn shop, and I traded a couple CDs that I don't listen to anymore for it, so I hope it was worth it. Next one is Before Sunrise, directed by Richard Linklater, who also directed Dazed and Confused, which follows 2 complete strangers that fall for each other and make a romantic relationship. And I also own the sequel to this, apparently, called Before Sunset, which follows the 2 10 years later. And I've actually watched Before Sunset before I've watched Sunrise, so I don't know if that will affect me in any way in my movie watching experience, but over. Next one is Rec, or Record, however you pronounce that title. And it follows a reporter who are doing a documentary on firemen until they find out that they're being quarantined in this apartment building, where this infection is spreading around that would turn people into vampires. The first time I watched this, I had the English dub on because I didn't know how disorienting that it would get, and I would miss a lot of the subtitles that I would be reading. And I pretty much enjoyed it. But even though the first half of it was pretty slow, I really did like the second half of it. But the thing that I'm disappointed about the most is that this has no special features whatsoever. Next one is Crowded House, The Dreaming Videos. This is pretty much just a series of music videos by the band Crowded House. And I always wanted to own like a series of music videos on DVD so I can watch on TV rather than on the computer. And some of the songs I enjoyed, like Don't Dream It's Over and Something So Strong. Those are only the few that I've watched so far. And I didn't want to get something that would make my ears bleed, like something with melodic metal or rap. Those are my least favorite bands that I would listen to. And it was said that you can find this anywhere, but it's like $30, while I got this at the flea market for only $7. And my dad's still calling that a ripoff. So, yeah, I really do like the band, and if you don't agree with me, you can go suck it. Now on to the Blu-rays. First one I got is Buried, the DVD Blu-ray combo pack starring Ryan Reynolds, and I thought it was really great about a movies with Ryan Reynolds in a box for an hour and a half. And even though the whole movie took place inside the box, I thought Ryan Reynolds carried the whole film with his performance. And of all the movies that I would watch starring the actor that I would go back to in a couple weeks, Buried would be this film. Not saying that I wouldn't go watch him in the Green Lantern when it comes out in theaters, but I'm just saying. And I like how they began with the movie with the opening credits, because it gave a really great Hitchcockian style to it. I don't know if that is a word, but it is now. So, if you like these kinds of movies, then Buried I would deeply recommend. Next one is I, Robot, starring Will Smith as a as a cop taking down malfunctioning robots in the future, which might be the end of humanity. Now, this is directed by Alex Proyas, who also directed my favorite movie of the 90s, The Crow, and directed Dark City. And having those two collaborate, this movie was just flat out fun. And I've also heard news about Will Smith starring in the new Quentin Tarantino movie, Django, and he'll be playing the title character, I believe. And I've heard that he's going to be an all-serious character in Django, which might be interesting to see considering that Will Smith's characters that he's been playing for most of the time, he been hamming it up as the hero. So, I can't wait to see it. Last one is 127 Hours, the Danny Boyle film. When I've seen the trailer to it, I was kind of annoyed because of James Franco, but I've eventually got used to him being in this film. Haven't watched it yet, but I'm really excited to. And even whenever I'm playing video games and I pull a Deus Ex Machina when I thought I was going to die on that level, I always go out and say to myself, oops! Just out of the sake of humoring myself. And if this movie is as intense as Buried, then I think I'll really enjoy it. So, that's all for my update. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back later. Until then, this is Utah Moses, signing out.